Hello and welcome. Today we've got an exciting assignment. We are working on compositions. So composing means to write music. You know, we've got a lot of composers like this snazzy dude up here, Mr. Mendelssohn, Beethoven, Mozart. Let's add to that list maybe you. Because all of us can learn how to write music. You know, we might be in the very primitive beginning stages, but if you start working hard at something and apply yourself, then who knows how far you can go. And I always like to tell my students, I say, hey, there's music inside of you that is not inside of me. You have ideas, you have creativity, you have inspiration that nobody else has. It's just yours, it's inside of you. So if you don't write down your music, then who will? I can't write down your music. So let's go ahead and take a look at a first composition. And we're going to be talking about what are some of the different questions we need to ask ourselves when we start a composition. Where are we going with this? I think a lot of students, when they sit down and just, say, I'm going to write a song, they just kind of immediately start pecking away at the piano. And you can do that. You can sit down and just kind of noodle around a little bit and see what happens. And you might say, ooh, I like that. Let me write that down. You can do that. For today, I'm going to use the strategy where we're going to choose a topic. We're going to choose a picture that we're trying to paint with our music, and then we're going to paint it. All right. So, for example, for today, I'm going to choose this kitty right here. His name is Aku, I don't know. Oh, he's so pretty. Now, all right. I'm going to say Aku. It's a strange name. All right. And let's see. He is a cat. We'll say cat. He is male. Now, you see what I am doing right here? I've got a clipboard. I've got a piece of paper. I've got a pencil. So now you should be doing the same things. And, you could choose a different pet. You don't have to be doing the same thing for this cat, but it's not a bad idea just to follow along with me on this one. All right, so it says he is 2 years old, and that's important because we're going to be thinking about how do we describe his personality? How do we kind of paint a picture for people about what this kitty is like? We want to kind of give them a good representation as best as we can. Oh, good. It does have a description. So Aku has a brother named Billy, and they are bonded. They want to go to a new home together. So they are best friends. They like to roll around and get scratches and belly rubs. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, so it sounds like he's kind of a lovey kitty. He's not maybe one of the more like crazy energetic kittens, right? Maybe he's a little bit more relaxed and calm. Oh, he's so cute. All right, so let's go ahead and write down kind of what is the picture we're going to paint here. Let's say, I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna say more calm, lovey, sweet. What are some other words? He's a very pretty cat. We could say pretty. He has kind of green eyes. We could mention that if we have some words in our composition. He has a brother. That's interesting. Brother named Billy. And they like to play together. All right. Now, we have to decide. This is one of the most important decisions we are going to make today. Is it going to be a happy song? Is it going to be a song about Aku after he finds his home and he feels happy because he's together with his brother and the two of them are in a loving home? Or is it going to be a sad song because right now they're still in the animal shelter and they don't have a family and they're feeling sad? Now, for me, I'm just going to pick one. If you want to choose the other one, go for it. I'm going to choose a sad song. I like minor music, so I'm going to choose sad. If you choose happy, what we're going to do is we're going to use the key of C major. C major only uses white keys. Remember, a C major scale would be like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So this is just really nice, very clean and simple. If we want to do a minor key, we're going to do A minor, which goes from an A to an A. Again, only white keys. There are no sharps or flats, no black keys. We're just gonna, be using these notes for our composition. Now, we can put them in any order. But we do want to have a lot of structure. We want to have a lot of repetition. Repetition means we are repeating things. So I always tell students you want to noodle around a little bit and come up with a pattern. If this is your first composition, I strongly recommend just only using the first 5 notes of the scale. If you're feeling really brave and you want to try some, stretching the hand a little bit, crossovers, if you've learned about crossovers, you can do that. But if you, just want to keep it simple, which I recommend, you can use just these first 5 notes. So I'm using the A minor pentascale, A, B, C, D, E. And this is my color palette. Imagine if I was painting a picture and I have put these paints, I've put a little squirt of paint onto my painter's palette. I've got, let's just say it's purple and pink and red and orange and yellow, those 5 options right there. So that's what I'm going to be using. If you choose the happy key, if you want to go with C major, then you would have C, D, E, F, G, and you would use the same principle. So here we go. Now, I'm going to start on an A. I think it's always a good idea to start with the tonic, start with the root note of your scale, the first note of the scale. And I'm just going to experiment and see what I like. So let me try some things out. That sounds okay. It sounds nice, but that's not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe something like... Ooh, I like that. A, E, D, C, B, E. I'm going to write that down. Now watch what I'm doing. A, E, D, C, B, C, da, 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 da. Oh, I can't remember the end of it. Ha 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 ha. Maybe you can. If you can, you have a better memory than I do. I like that just as well, though. We'll say B, B, D, B, B, D, B, C, A. All right. Now, so far, I am only just working with the notes. I think for this composition, normally I encourage students to put words to them. I think is a good idea. I think it's more likely to help the pets get adopted if we write words about them because it makes it more cute. But I think for this one, I'm just going to leave it instrumental, and that's okay too. You can have an instrumental piece. But anyways, so with this one, if you did want to use words, you could say, my name is Aku. And I need a loving home. I don't know. Is it D? Actually, B, B, D, B, B, C, A. You get the idea. You kind of have to play around with it a little bit to see what words fit if you do want to use words, which I do think it is a good idea. But anyways, I'm just not feeling it with this one because it's sad. I kind of feel just like writing a melody that's a little bit more, I don't know, free form. Now, like I said, repetition is really important. Now, this is a lot right here, and there's not a super strong pattern. So that's about as far as I would go before I would say we need to do a little bit of repeating, a little bit of repetition. So let's say we do all of that. Maybe I'm going to play that exact same thing one more time. And then maybe let's change it and do something a little bit different. You see see how that part's a little bit more jumpy. I'm playing staccato notes. Maybe you've learned about staccato, maybe not. But anyways, that part, instead of having it be more like kind of slow and flowy, I changed some things. You can also change the dynamics. That means instead of playing soft and quiet, suddenly you can play loud or vice versa. What are some other things we can change? You can change the speed. You could start out with kind of slow, and then have it be a little bit faster, and then go back to the so there are a lot of different things you could change. You could even try changing where you're playing on the piano, like by moving up to a different octave. I would not change to different notes in this composition just to keep it simple and keep it grounded. But you could change, instead of having your thumb on this A, you could put your thumb on this A, right? Something like that. So just moving up an octave. But anyways, for this composition, I think I'm going to make it an A. Oh, it's not writing very well. A, B, A. So you might be thinking, well, Miss Macy, what does that mean? Well, the A section, I'm just going to copy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change that. And the cool thing about composition is that it's totally up to you. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, you have an eraser, hopefully. Instead of an A right there, I'm going to go with something different. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to use a D. I feel like that makes this first section sound a little bit more open-ended. And there I'm going to go with the B. So you see that these two are very similar. I'm going to call them both an A section, but they're slightly different. Now for the B section here, let's do something very different. I'm going to do A, E, E, kind of jumpy. D, D, C. B, woo, B, B, C, B, A. And then for the last section, I'm going to go back and basically do the same as the first row again. A, E, B, B, D, B, C. And now this one, I do want to end on the AY. That's going to help it sound like it's all done. All right, so watch this. Here we go. I'm going to play up high first, kind of slow. And now I'm going to jump down here. Added an extra A. Now I'm going to come back up and slow it down. Nope, I just lost my place. B, B, D, B, C, A. And then maybe at the end you want to do something like an A minor chord. That's a nice way to end the piece with an A, C, E that you play all at the same time. Or you could do like a low A. He feels sad. Now, this is a great example of a sad song. And you see how we have kind of 4 sections. The A section again, but slightly different, but they're basically the same. The B section, this line right here is the one that's the most different. And then we come back and do another A section again. And actually here, let me draw a little line here so you don't think those are part of the melody. And there you go. So this is improvising, kind of, noodling around, having the courage to try some different things out, but also applying that to a little bit of structure, right? We have some repetition, we have some different sections, and exploring around the piano, highs and lows and stuff like that. Short and crisp or long and lovely, high, low, fast, slow. Lots of different things that you can change. All right. Well, hopefully that spurs you on towards some exciting compositions. And again, if you say, well, I don't like the sad stuff, well, go with a happy tune. You could do something like. Something like that. Something else I was going to mention. High, low. Another really important thing. Oh, I'm glad I just remembered this. I decided not to cover rhythm in this. That is something that we'll explore more because right now all we have is just pitch. All we have is just the note A, the note E. But how do you know how long these notes are? If you want to try to notate that yourself, you could try drawing quarter notes, half notes, whole notes. If you think you know what kind of notes they are, you could say the A is a quarter note, the E is a quarter note. If you're not sure, you can also use little lines to indicate how long or how short notes are. I kind of like giving students the freedom to just notate it in a way that you think you will understand and remember in the future. Sometimes you guys surprise me with how creative you are. But anyways, yes, well, happy writing, happy composing, and